What's up, everybody? BuffaloPrime here, bringing you a League of Legends Shoutcast Demo with my friends at Trinity Force Touchdown, a little group of friends that we have that play League of Legends together. Up against the randoms on the other side, we see in the mid lane, Junglers Only Please, picking Galio, and probably, I believe, a counter into that Fizz. Warwick, the jungler on the other side. Blitzcrank's going to be the support as we watch Alanzon building out his room page. Alanzon is the stream that we're watching right now to get the picking phase, as he will be a support Leona. And you see his room page right there. In the jungle will be Spamdinie on the J4. In support is going to be the Lucian, but I believe he's actually going to go ADC, with Alanzon going to support him with Leona. On the far side, we have Riven on the top lane. Darius Blitzcrank is going to be the bot lane, it looks like. Or it'll be Riven Blitzcrank, a very unorthodox bot lane on the other side. And then Garen going to the side of Zuji. Very confident pick for him. And we will look to analyze this when we come back. Blah, 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 blah. My voice is dying. I've already done 2 of these games tonight. Although you're only seeing an independent recording of 1, I do these in bulk. And my voice is a little rasp. Need a little bit more water. But I think we'll be all right. Fizz, Warwick, Blitzcrank, Darius, Riven, Galio, J4, Lucian, Leona. That's going to be a really hard lane to keep track of. And Garen. Lucian, Leona. Lucian, Leona. Leona, Lucian. So we take a look at the top side of the match. Is Darius into a Garen? That is quite the matchup. I think it's mostly a skills-based matchup, but Zuji on the Garen is a pretty confident pick for him. Warwick and the J4, both with incredible ganking potential, so we'll see how those two play out. Galio into the Fizz will be an interesting matchup as well, as the Galio does have a lot of defense that can take out Fizz, but Fizz has the mobility that Galio does not. I think that is an advantage to Junglers Only Please. Riven and Leona and Blitzcrank Lucian onto the bot lane. Again, the Blitzcrank's going to prove to be annoying, but I think Leona's going to have the ability to zoom in there if the Blitzcrank does grab the Lucian. Lucian does have a good amount of mobility, but so does the Riven. A very unorthodox pick for the blue side. We'll see if it pays off. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of our competitors in today's game on the side of the randoms. It is your average gamer PC in the top lane, an unranked player. Romeslegion on the Warwick in the jungle, also unranked. StriferZ onto this Fizz. He is a Plat 4 player, recently promoted into that role. Kicked Dog is the Riven in the bot side. He is Gold 2, 67 LP player. And the Mountain Goats onto the Blitzcrank, a Gold 4 player as well. On the side of TF, it is Zuji onto the Garen. Zuji is Gold 4 with 41 LP, as Blitzcrank is looking to try to engage early. That is a pretty common thing for Blitzcranks to do as well. Did flash into there, though, as the flash did nothing for him. Spamdinie is on the jungle. He is a Gold 4, looking to promote into a higher level of gold. Junglers Only Please onto the Galio. He is Gold 4 as well. Alanzon in the bot lane, as he is the support. This time around is Silver 3 with 88 LP. And Unknown Asian on this Lucian. Gold 1, 100 LP, looking to break into the Platinum side of the Elo as well. So it looks like this blue team is going to go ahead and camp around the objective. The Darius is caught out early, though, as this might be a level 1 cheese. The Alanzon will not pursue any further. Unknown Asian's going to get a lot of damage onto him, as Darius will be forced to back from there. Red team are going to exert some pressure here onto the bot side of the river, as we are going to fight early, it seems like, as the blue buff is there. And looks like the blue team is going to go ahead and concede it over. They are kind of just waiting in this river, as Blitzcrank's going to look to pull it out. He does. The annoying thing about that is that I believe it just resets your blue buff, right? Or was that actually stolen away? I'm not sure. We can't really see right now. Let me see if I can get some eyes onto some of these individuals. Oh, it looks like it was stolen away. Hold on. Who has it? Oh, the Warwick stole the blue buff away. What a play. As Galio's looking to get some early damage onto the Fizz, who is a level up on him. So the play there happened is the Blitzcrank pulls the blue buff at the right time, and Warwick probably smited it, or at least did a lot of damage to it, managing to steal it away, as J4 is going to be at a disadvantage here. He does clear some of his buffs, or some of his camps, so he is level 2 heading into his top side. But now Warwick is both buffs strong already. Might look to get some pressure on the bot lane, but Zuji is going to go ahead and do some damage to this Darius onto the top side, who has nothing doing from there. He will sit on pretty low health here as Zuji will wait for his cooldowns and will likely go back in again. A good stun and taunt there from the Galio, but a lot of damage coming out from the side of the Fizz as the flash in will probably claim them both as a trade in the mid lane, but the Galio gets the kill first, which is crucial. He gets first kill gold while the Fizz's kill comes after. It's 1-1. Galio's gonna go back in the lane first too. He does have teleport, not a common summoner spell for Fizzes, so he will have a little bit of a CS advantage here. So early on, we take a look. Again, the Lucian and the Leona are flipped around. I don't know how to fix that. We could try. There we go. So we take a look at the current spectrum of the battlefield. It is early. Blitzcrank missing a hook there. That would have been pretty nice to get. He would have pulled him into that side. The Galio is going to go in onto the Fizz again. Does channel himself and gets the taunt. The Fizz was a little too early onto his stick as he's going to try to get away from this Galio now, but gets a big chunk of damage taken away. Zuji's going to go in on the Darius as well. Darius looking for some damage, doesn't get it. The J4 will be there, tries to get his dunks ready, and has nothing he can do from there. As the kill goes to J4 onto the Darius. Oh, and a big knock up there from the Galio as the Fizz is forced to walk away. Two bad trades in the mid lane for this Fizz as... Oh, good hook there, though. But there's the the Leona managing to go in. Again, J4 and Leona have very similar movesets. Taunt there onto the... Oh! Onto the Fizz! With almost no health remaining. The Galio manages to get the kill. As the Leona flashes forward to try to get the Riven, the Blitzcrank's gonna run away as well. As the bot lane exerts a good amount of pressure as well. What a play in the mid lane, though. Jungler's only please on that Galio, managing to outlast the Fizz, who has no idea how to time himself away from the stun that Galio provides when he goes into that shielded state. So all he has to do is just wait for Fizz to come off of his stick. As soon as he lands, gets the stun, gets the damage, and walks away with a kill with almost no health remaining. And just like that, the Galio is off to a 2-1 lead over the Fizz, has a slight CS advantage, but has to walk back in the lane, so the Fizz will be there to clear a little bit. Is another gank here as J4 moves in onto this Darius. Zuji's going to be coming right behind, gets a good hit onto him, but gets knocked away. Although the silence comes through, the Darius does manage to get himself back into safety. The J4 will walk back into his river, as the gank will bring the Darius pretty low. A hook attempt there, and just like that, the Lucian's able to dodge away. It's a skill that I think Unknown Asian's going to have to do pretty well during this matchup to avoid some of the hooks that are coming through. But again, if he's hooked, all Alanzon's going to do is dive in with the Leona. So yeah, you get the hook, and then there's Leona. A knock up there from the Blitzcrank. He still has his hook available. Manages to get Unknown Asian back in, and Riven will take the kill. Leona looking to get out, and she will. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. As the Blitzcrank does manage to get a kill onto the Riven. Oh, and Fizz manages to dodge the all-in attempt, but a flash over from the J4 and gets hooked by the Blitzcrank and knocked up. The damage will be too much as the Blitzcrank gets the maximum length required, but on the top side, the Warwick will die to the Garen, and Zuji looks for the Darius next. Gets damage onto him and silences him from there. Doesn't have the spin, though, as he's forced to walk away and gets the spin back. The damage is coming out. The Darius is trying to get it back, though, and looks for the dunk. Will he get it? Oh, it's right there for him. Zuji is ignited and has no health remaining. It does go down to the Darius in a very close fight, as it's now all even on the top lane. A 4-4 score line. A 200 gold lead for the blue side. TFT looking to potentially try to get themselves a bigger lead in this mid lane, as Fizz will walk away from Galio's attempt to go all in, but does get smacked or spanked So I said spacked. Good amount of damage onto the Riven, too. Again, these are two melee champions going up against the Lucian, but managing to hold their own here. As they are a part of the BAM squad, so they are clearly together. Riven getting some CSing there. It is even on the CS, but Riven does have a kill, and so does the Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank manages to grab the J4. For Leona, and Unknown Asian managing to get the Riven as not only does J4 go in, but the Leona goes in too, and the Galio pops his ult to come down and help as well. There is Warwick looming as well, but they're going to go ahead and exert a lot of pressure onto this tower. The Warwick is going to hover around. Galio knows he's there and will go ahead and zone him out as the Blitzcrank pulls in the Lucian, who's going to take a couple of tower shots, but does manage to get away before the next one comes down, which would have meant certain death there. Another fight between the monster brawn and masculinity that is this top lane. Zuji's forced to flash away. The Darius will follow. And it doesn't look like he's going to get anything. Oh, he does get. Darius does get the kill onto the Garen there. The Fizz does roam down and gets the chomp onto the Lucian as the blue team turns around their losses in the bot lane right away. So at first, the Galio came down ultimate to secure some pressure onto the bot lane. Then he roams back up, which allows Fizz to roam down, exert his ultimate pressure onto the Lucian, picking up a kill for himself. He's 2-2. At the expense of Galio taking a lot of the pressure onto the mid lane turret, though. But this does look like it is going to be an Ocean Drake in favor of the blue team. As J4, maybe they realized a little too late that that was probably gone. And the Scuttle will go on the side of the blue team as well. And they're going to look to even grab more. I'm not sure what this blue side bot is doing, as J4 is looking like he might be in a little bit of trouble. As here comes the River doing some damage, gets the stun across, continues to knock up some damage. There goes the Ignite, and Riven will take out Spamdinie and his J4 pretty much all alone. Blue team continuing to roam as a little pack here, as the Riven will take a tower shot, tries to get a little bit of damage onto the Galio, doesn't get enough. Zuji is going to go all in again, not deterred by the 2-1 deficit that he's in, but does manage to go away. I think they lost track of where the Warwick was. He probably left for that. The Blitzcrank does miss there. They were attempting to try to get a plate there, and the Leona goes in. About half the health gone on the side of Blitzcrank, as Fizz will start to roam down. Fizz in a dangerous spot. I'm pretty sure he went unchecked. They don't know Fizz is there. Now they realize a little too late. There's a hook attempt and the dash away. Again, Unknown Asian with those dashes will be something he saves his life on. The flash forward by the Riven, though, as Leona is caught. Does manage to stun, as they're going to try to get at least out of the fight. But here comes the Galio, getting the stun onto the Blitzcrank. And an ultimate comes down from Leona, and a good kill by JGLERSONLYPLS, as the shark does come down for the Fizz, but that won't be enough damage. He's forced to flash away. But Lucian is going to be there, trying to pick up the kill. Will he jump over the wall? He does. And go uses the BAM flower to get back into the river where all of the danger is. Leona goes in. Excellent attack there by Alanzon. Unknown Asian cleans up the Fizz, and the shark is dead. An absolutely good turnaround fight there. What looked to be a 3-man on the bot side was followed up perfectly by the mid laner in JGLERSONLYPLS, who helps them clean up that entire fight perfectly well as they clean house. Zuji in a little bit of trouble there as the Darius gets another kill. So we see the gold lead is no more. These teams are fairly even. No towers down yet. You see the vulnerability on the blue side's mid lane, while the top side for the red team does have only 4 plates left. Those plates will fall pretty soon. JGLERSONLYPLS looking to get involved with the Darius. It's a flex there. Probably because the J4 is there, but it is spotted because of the ward. And Darius won't have anything to do with it. Oh, maybe he does, though. There's a taunt onto the Darius, and the J4 moves in as well. The Darius did step up, tries to grab one of the back end, and does not land. Darius will step up here, though. Gets a little bit of healing, as the Fizz will apply pressure to that mid tower. The Galio is roaming quite a lot, but is doing so successfully for the most part. That Darius gank being the only one that didn't work out. Galio looking to do something with Fizz. And the Warwick will scare him away. Looks like a failed hook there. The Fizz is going to get some trouble here too. Zuji moves in onto the Darius. Nothing going there. Just a couple of trades. As Warwick will move back towards his top side. I think if you're the blue team, you see the landscape of this matchup. You notice that your Darius is winning pretty hard. That E is going to taunt up the Fizz as good damage gets laid out there. As Galio did take a chunk early, but manages to time everything appropriately. So Fizz gets his damage back. Galio is going to retreat for now. Doesn't have teleport either, so I don't know if he actually will go back. Lots of damage there! Onto the Riven. Power shot there by the Fizz. There's an ultimate there. That's going to spell disaster, but he does manage to go on the stick. Knocks him up, and that will be enough for the J4 to clean up the job. So although Fizz gets the kill onto the Galio, the J4 was in the perfect position to be able to come back on that. I believe the Ignite... Or, sorry, it wasn't an Ignite onto the Fizz. Fizz did the igniting. But I believe the knock-up from Junglers Only Please would have been enough to kill, but the J4 was there to clean up. Another fight onto the top side. Zuji not confident in his ability to win it. He is down a good amount. Pops the ultimate there before dying again to the Darius, who is now 4-1. Will exert a lot. He actually probably will get this tower on the top side. There is nobody on the red side that can get up there quick enough to be able to contest. And the cries of the Infernal Drake coming to spawn. Red team is prioritizing their bot side. Darius will back instead of staying in lane. So that tower is safe for now. Warwick roaming down there as well. We have 3 on the side of blue. But the J4 is not in a position to be able to help. Galio looking like he's just trying to get vision around this Infernal Drake. Fizz will step up. He is going to get spotted. As we see, the Fizz is a little bit out of position here. Oh! The Galio runs into a wall. But the red team will focus down this Infernal Drake. It is at half health now. The Blitzcrank's the only one that's in the area. I don't think he's going to be able to do anything for it. And the red team does secure their first Drake objective. It is Infernal, which is a good Drake to have. And now they look towards this Fizz, who is going to retreat through the jungle to get out. Did spot him coming through. No towers have fallen yet. We are 15 minutes into the game with no towers down. You see the gold is pretty even. The top lane has a huge advantage on the blue side as the Darius not only has a CS lead, but has 4 kills to his name, all of which have been on the Garen. The jungler difference is slight, but the Warwick hasn't been able to do much this game. Fizz has managed to come back a little bit onto the Galio, which had a pretty good lead early. And on the bot side, the farming has been good for this Lucian. So pretty even across the board, but the chunk of the gold has gone towards Darius. Another fight here as Junglers Only won't stick around for that. Looks like J4 is going to try to help out the Darius, who spots the J4 on the ward. All in attempt there by the Fizz, who manages to get out. Here comes the Riven, flashes forward, gets a flash away by the Garen, or the Galio. Gets hooked in though! Big damage, big hook by the Blitzcrank. That will silence the Galio as 4 of them go mid and grab the first turret. That was pressure that you know the Galio did not expect at all. They're going to turn that potentially into 2. I don't know how you stop them here. Oh, they had vision! Oh no! The Blitzcrank grabbing him over the wall. Really one of the MVPs of this blue team, aside from the Darius. Those were 2 magnificent grabs, managing to get kills on 2 individuals right near the tower as they continue to push pressure onto the mid lane. What a hook by a mountain goat. Are you kidding? I don't know if there's anything they can really do to stop this. There is Galio, though, going to exert some pressure. Another amazing hook! And there goes Unknown Asian and his Lucian. This Blitzcrank doing a lot of work here. As Galio does manage to get the Blitzcrank out of the fight. Fizz will try to run away. On the top side, you do see the Darius and the Garen fighting again. But here comes the Galio looking to fight this Warwick and flashes over the wall. Flash coming out for Leona as well, who manages to get the root and the stun onto him. And J4 follows up. And just like that, Red Team managing to at least get a little bit back on their end. Despite the fact they have 2 mid lane towers down, the top lane tower will go as well. Darius getting another kill onto this Garen. As TF find themselves now in a hole. They were managing to keep up pretty well up until this point. But unfortunately, a couple of really clutch hooks by this Blitzcrank, getting a couple of people caught out. Wasn't enough for them to lose 3 turrets in a row. They will claim 1 back here in the mid lane. Here comes Blitzcrank. As he uses his ultimate to clear minions. Oh, and the Leona's gonna go in here, knowing that the Blitzcrank doesn't have an ultimate. He doesn't have a knockup anymore. There goes the Blitzcrank! As the 4-man team looked like they were going to retreat, immediately turn around. And just like that, TF has claimed a couple back. You know, every time I've watched my friends play this game, it's a similar script in that we see them fall down early. They mix it up early, and they find ways to get picks and to come back. And here's the Fizz trying to do some of the same. A lot of damage going on to the Fizz there. They managed to catch the Riven inside of the J4 ultimate. They get a kill onto him, but it is a trade here as the J4 will go down to the Riven. Lucian able to clean up from there. It is a 1-for-1 trade there. Oh, a flash forward by the Zuji onto the Fizz, who is going to try to jump away. Manages to use the Hex Tech to get that little bit of extra distance. Fizz is a slippery champion, and although a lot of effort was exerted there to try to get the kill onto him, it was not enough. Here comes Blitzcrank, though. Blitzcrank getting an ultimate down. Oh, the miss R, but it doesn't matter. The Darius not only spins and kills despite R-ing the wrong target, but misses and manages to dodge the Blitzcrank grab and gets the kill anyway. And on the other side, Darius jumps onto the Lucian, gets a kill for himself as well. That's a 6-1 Darius, which is incredibly scary. So they managed to get another tower back. They lost 3 in a row, managing to clean 2 in a row for themselves. They've shrunk that gold deficit, although it is still prevalent for the side of the blue team, but really now only focuses around this Darius. You know, the Riven's doing well and has managed to get some kills there. She is being targeted in a lot of these team fights, so you do see her kind of not struggling, but she is getting challenged now in a lot of these fights as the Darius is going to be focused down by this bot lane. But not enough damage. The Darius is super strong and will start to heal himself. As Garen managing to get a couple of kills there, a couple of very key takedowns as he will start to go back and buy some extra items. Items he desperately needs if we're going to start contending with the Darius that's there. Oh, barely a missed hook from the Blitzcrank there. That does render him slightly useless as an ultimate comes down for him. And the blue team still manages to take the Drake, but here comes a fight in the pit. The blue team losing a lot of life there. Darius and Fizz both going to get killed. Darius managing to get both the Galio, the Leona, and the Lucian, and the J4, despite losing the Riven. That's a quadra kill for the Darius. And they are looking for this Garen. Here comes the Blitzcrank looking to try to get the hook. He's moments away. Let's see if he lands it. I don't think this is enough time for the Penta anyway, as Garen will be able to retreat perfectly fine. And there goes a turret onto the bot side of the map. Just when TF was showing some signs of life, we unfortunately see the Darius jumping into a big team fight and just has way too much health. He's so big right now. And now that he's joined the fray and starting to fight with the rest of his team, it's going to be tough for TF team to be able to beat this monstrosity of a champion. They'll back off for now. Let red team clear that out as they start shifting their focus, looking for a pick here, managing to grab the J4 out in the jungle. Half of his health is already gone, tries to get away from it, but can't do it. And a heal comes down, and just like that, he goes down to the Blitzcrank, but the Darius will fall. Leona managing to grab the kill there after Galio ults himself back in. The Riven is there as well. Blitzcrank does flash away. Riven caught between a sea of red here. I don't know if we'll see if he manages to get out. There's a miss by the Leona. That was weird. Managing to get a knock up there as a flash away comes the Riven. A lot of speed going to come there. Here comes the Blitzcrank, though, managing to get themselves out of danger as they will jump into the Baron pit. The Baron will get procced by the Lucian, but not enough as the Blitzcrank will taunt before heading back. We do see a Fizz managing to get himself out as well. So a good turnaround fight. That is a shutdown on the Darius, which you love to see. Still a big gold deficit, though. You see 5.4k gold in the favor of the blue team. You see Riven looking to split push. Darius is already back up, buying Spirit Visage and Dead Man's Plate. He is going to be a tough target to kill. I think that last fight made him realize I got to be even tankier. Let the other people in my team do the damage and I will survive. And there is the Warwick caught out. Zuji grabbing another kill. If they're not careful, this Garen is going to do the same thing that Darius is currently doing. And although he's building a bunch of damage right now, if you keep giving him kills, he's going to be scary as they are moving in. Darius managing to get a kill on the J4. Still has a lot of health remaining as there goes the Garen to the Riven. A Blitzcrank pulls another one back in. And there goes TFT. Darius getting a double kill. They're looking for the Galio now, who manages to knock one away. He's going to try to get some more damage onto the Riven, but the Darius is there. We'll continue to try to fight this. Flashes forward, gets hit again, and almost a knockup. Manages to get more damage onto the Darius. It is not enough. He escapes with his life. That is an ace on the side of the blue team, as really there's nothing more to do here but continue to exert pressure as Fizz continues to farm this bot lane and push it, being largely ignored by TF. An amazing hook again for the Blitzcrank. This time the J4 does manage to get out, as Zuji will scare them away from that turret, but there is the Fizz sitting there untouched. Here comes Leona, though. A good hook there by the Blitzcrank. We're going to watch that, apparently, as the Fizz did get away. The Garen will not be able to, though. Oh, he flashes over the wall. Gets hit a couple times by the Blitzcrank. Gets a turnaround kill onto the Blitzcrank. Here comes the Lucian. Gets pulled in by the Darius. Galio is looking to come in as well. The Riven is dead. The Darius is dead. And just like that, TFT breathes new life. All that's left is this Fizz and a Warwick who's far behind him. But the Fizz keeps backing away. He knows about how far to play up and continues to exert constant pressure onto this bot lane. He's farming incredibly well at the moment, already worth a bounty for essentially doing nothing during this late game. And a counter smite from Spamdinie. That will probably be the death of the Warwick, who taunts and dies. They are going to look to set up for this Infernal. It would be the second Infernal for either team. You see the Blitzcrank and the Fizz starting to move in. The Riven's not far behind. If the red team wants to take this, they have to burn it. And they have to burn it quickly. They are going to not pull it out. They're going to keep it right there. And they do manage to get it. Riven's going to move in as well as the Fizz. They both managed to get out. Both of them having the ability to do just that. The J4 manages to find himself continually in the pit. Looks like the team is going to target him, but he manages to get away. Hits the Bone Flower as the blue team continues to push. I believe there's still an ultimate on the side. They're going to turn this fight around. Lots of damage coming out of the Darius, who will not get away. Oh, I'm sorry, the Blitzcrank will not get away. Riven does jump onto the Lucian, though, as a good target there. And that will be the end for the Riven, though, as Zuji and his Garen manages to pick up the kill there. The Fizz is almost dead, too. Does manage to find a ward. That might be the end for Fizz. And the J4 jumps on him, immediately deleting him. And here's the Darius, though. 1v3. He could probably do it, though, but there is a Garen there as well. The Warwick's going to try to get involved. Jumps onto the J4 and flash away there as they try to stop him from getting the J4 kill, and jump back in by the J4, managing to get a trade with the Warwick. It is just the Darius left, and he is down. 3 for 5 trade. An Infernal Drake going onto the side of TF, and they are still fighting to stay in this game. The Darius could not do enough damage. As you see, Garen with his Executioners will do a lot of damage now to that Darius. An Executioner also on the side of Lucian. The J4 building some armor. Galio straight tanking it, or Galio straight AP damage. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take at least one more team fight like that on the side of TF to be able to turn around and try to get Baron. They have to get a pick or a very clean team fight. I don't think you could do Baron with just Garen and J4. Or just Garen and Galio. You might be able to. But I think what TF is going to look to do here, protect their towers. You still have all of your inhibitors, even though the bottom one's exposed. They managed to catch Zuji off, but J4 was in the area too. Riven looking to run away now. Blitzcrank is in the area as well. The J4 ultimate misses though, as they're going to wait and manage to jump themselves back into the Baron pit. There is a TP coming down to try to stop the Fizz from grabbing this inhibitor tower. Or this inhibitor, I should say. Gets a jump onto the... Oh, the Lucian does die to the Fizz. The Fizz does manage to get enough damage and get the Ignite onto the Lucian, so he does die for there, but the Fizz will drop as well. That's the ADC down for TF, and the mid laner down for the blue side. It is 4v4 right now. As look at Zuji managing to cancel that out. The Riven's going to be pushed out of this fight, as they are going to focus a lot of attention onto the Darius. Oh, so close to being dead, and Darius manages to kill the Garen. J4 grabs the Riven, Darius grabs yet another. Look how much health he's gotten back as J4 is forced to run away. Leona is going to go back to base. A flash by the Darius as he brings him in. That will spell disaster for the J4. Darius proving how terrifying he could be with a huge lead once again. Smacks around TF. Leona and Lucian are available on the top lane to try to stop this. But you have heavy hitters still alive on the blue side. You have Fizz looking to split push yet again onto the bot side. A lot of damage there from the Lucian ultimate onto the Blitzcrank. However, that won't be enough to deter them. They have to wait it out. The next person coming alive will be the Galio. The Garen will be back up as well. They are likely going to lose this inhibitor. A nice ultimate there onto the Darius. There's an ultimate by the Galio, who will get closer. They are going to try to run away from here, though, but Garen's going to pursue. Garen spinning a lot. There's a good hook by the Blitzcrank, but the J4 has just brought him closer to the ultimate goal, which is this Darius. A lot of damage still, but it's not enough yet, and the Darius will finally be shut down by the Leona. The Warwick will be too, as the entire force of the red team gets a lot of their hard kills. You see exactly where they're going to. The big boys are dead, and that means that the Baron is open, and here comes Zuji. Unfortunately, the Blitzcrank was caught out of position. Another one down. The Fizz has to be answered to. The Galio will go back for him. That's a second inhibitor down, but here comes Baron attempt number 1 for the red team, and the Riven gets caught by the Garen. That's going to push Riven far enough out where I think these guys are going to be able to burn this uncontested. Here comes the Fizz, getting zoned out by the Garen as well. Riven's moving in and won't be able to stop it. As the Riven's going to try to get a kill here, I guess? I'm not sure what that was, but the Riven will pay for it and will go back. And wait 45 seconds to play a video game again. The Riven, or the Fizz misses a Shark. Doesn't have a really good target in this game except for maybe the Lucian as he manages to dodge away from the J4. A lot of health on the side of TF. There's some tanky boys on that side. Where on the other side, you do have a squishier Fizz. You have a squishier Warwick. You have a pretty moderate Riven. As J4 did attempt to start this Ocean Drake, but will abandon it for the Darius. They don't want to die to the Darius again. Dying to the Darius with Baron buff spells almost certain doom. They really have to try to use this Baron buff to push out the wave, survive some of these large super minions that are coming from the side of the blue team, and try to push at least one of their waves. That's the second Ocean Drake on the side of the blue team. And they are going to go ahead and steal the blue buff as well. It takes 4 people to steal blue buff, folks. Don't forget it. They are very much afraid this blue team of being picked, though. Getting picked in this situation, I mean, they have the pressure to be able to try to win this game. They do. Because you have a crazy Darius that's very hard to kill. It takes a lot of them to kill you. You have a Riven that's able to slice through the line. You have a Blitzcrank that it's got to be like 85% on his hooks today. Absolutely insane on the hooks. You cannot afford to start losing members. And just as I say that, his percentage goes down. But you can't afford it. You can't afford to lose members here, because if you do, that gives TF more of an opportunity to jump on your Darius and to try to burn him down. But you're against super minions. You have super minions on your side. An excellent pull by the Blitzcrank. The J4 is in trouble, but here comes the Galio ultimate to try to save him. It will not do it though. Riven will get a kill here as Garen is spinning, managing. Darius is already dead. A huge kill as the Riven gets the Garen, the Galio gets the Riven, the Blitz gets the Galio. As J4 is going to try to do some damage here. There's a cleanup from the Lucian, and the Leona will clean house. As except for a Warwick that moved away from the fight, that was almost an ace for the side of TF, as they're going to go ahead and save their base for now. But absolutely shredded through the Darius. I blinked and he was already dead. As TF will not go down quietly. A lot of super minions in the base, but they do have Baron buffed minions to try to help them out. An interesting predicament to be in. The Lucian going to go ahead and return back to base. As that Warwick could have been a difference maker in that fight, however, was not in it. I don't know if he ran away or if he just wasn't there to begin with. But there is a big jungle difference here, as the J4 has been caught a few times. He's been hooked a few times by the Blitzcrank. That's led to a couple of his deaths. But overall, exerting a lot more pressure than the Warwick is. You do have that Darius, which is still so strong, but the Garen is starting to get up there as well. The Galio more impactful than the split-pushing Fizz, and this bot lane's starting to come alive. The Lucian and Leona of Unknown Nation and Alanzon exerting pressure in every fight.
Red team's inhibitors respawning soon.
And you see the respawns coming up on the inhibitors. A huge step for the red team. Baron is coming up again in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. The Elder Dragon, so sorry to say, coming up in 2 minutes as well. The Fizz almost gets caught out there, but manages to use his troll stick to get away. They are going to go ahead and clear some vision here. Warwick split pushing on the top side. Jungler's only looking to potentially engage with his R. As the Riven slightly out of position, the J4 will try to jump onto him. It looks like they are going to try to rotate around that, but Riven will manage to get out into the jungle. There is a very well-placed R onto the side of Unknown Nation. It does take out about a quarter of his health. Again, Fizz's R here is not going to be as impactful as potentially other games. A lot of tanks going on. Nobody caring really to get a Zonias because they don't need it. They're going to try to take this tower now and are going to be forced away from it. But there's the inhibitor on the top side. That's something you can't lose if you're the red team, as they will try to rotate. Blue team doing a good job of making the red team decide, what do you want to actually defend? Do you want us to take a tower or do you want us to take an inhibitor? And the ultimate from Lucian does catch the Fizz, as that's a huge pick for the red team. They're looking to capitalize on it with an all-in onto this Riven and Blitzcrank combo. The Darius is going to back off as well. They are running. Blue team is running away. But the J4 does get a little bit of damage. Here comes the Galio with the ultimate, goes down onto it. The Riven is caught in a bad position, will die for it. The Galio gets the Riven. On the other side, the Garen grabs the Blitzcrank, as Darius and Warwick ran from the fight. Absolutely ran away, giving the red team the isolation they needed to clean house, to grab this gold lead back from the blue team. And suddenly this is a whole new game. As we see all of the pressure across the map, there goes the mid tower for the blue team. It's gone, and Lucian is going to start exerting pressure there too. J4 is in the area as well, manages to get the blue buff away. Fizz claiming the Elder is alive. Looks like they're going to try to start going that way, as the red team doesn't give a crap about the Elder. They want the Baron. And the blue team doesn't know. There is absolutely no effort being made. The Fizz is stuck on wanting to get this Elder Drake. Does jump into the pit there, but that's not going to be anything. TFT, Trinity Force touchdown, gets their second Baron of the game under the nose of the blue team, who will go and grab the Elder Drake. A trade that I think if you're TFT, you will take gladly. Start moving down towards this Drake. You notice it's being done. Galio's going to look to try to get some pressure onto it. There's an ultimate from Fizz. That's not going to hit anybody. Well, it will hit. Look how little damage that did. That's an ultimate ability. And Warwick will smite down the Elder Dragon. It is a fight in the pit. They cannot afford to lose Baron buff if you're TF. And the Garen takes out two, both the Warwick and the Fizz. The Riven goes down to the Galio, and it's just the Darius left who goes down to the J4. The Blitzcrank runs away. This might be game, folks. This might be TFT time to turn around this game, to show that they're a force to be reckoned with as they run it down mid with their Baron buff minions with them. Blitzcrank, the only hope left for the blue team. As the blue team pinged the inhibitors for the side of the red team, they were not able to close this in. It's still 20 seconds until anybody of worth comes up for the blue team. This Blitzcrank can do nothing but sit and watch as he goes in, gets melted down. TFT wins.